Huh. Put that away. Get away from me.
Yes.
I'm a sweet boy.
Napkin if you like. Just kidding.
No need.
Okay, welcome back to fksalad.
Right on.
I'm here with Bradley today. We decided to wear the same thing unintentionally.
Unintentionally.
I couldn't believe when I saw you wearing that upstairs. I'm like, I actually have one of those in the car. I need to put it on.
In the trunk, get it.
Thanks for coming on today, man.
My pleasure, dude.
I actually got you on here because I emailed you.
Yeah.
This morning.
Yeah. Emailed me this morning. Was like, I'm in town doing these podcasts in my car. How are we gonna do it? Are you available today, tomorrow? I'm busy all tomorrow. I got rehearsals. I was like, tonight we can do it. And he shows up.
Peep the glove box.
Oh man, I'm excited. I've heard so much. Vegan. C'est français.
Bradley and I don't know each other that well, so I thought, what a great way to get our relationship started with a cute little date.
Can we get that?
There, we got it.
There we go. Boom, baby.
I thought we could go on a little date here, Bradley, and enjoy a nice, cute little piece of cake together.
Oh, I'm into it.
I hope you like $10 pieces of two-bite cake.
$10 2-bite cake.
We have a gluten-free, vegan, caramel, I don't know. You want to be able to like display it, eh?
Yeah, let's see if I can get this. Yeah, I think I'll be able to handle this. Shabam! Right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that thing looks good.
Yo,
Alrighty.
actually, it does look mighty fun.
Here we go. We have to, ooh,
soft?
yes, soft.
We have to give the critique. Can I get all 3 layers?
This is not a food review show, but we could give a critique.
Not bad.
It tastes like cake.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that I try and say on this show often. Is it's really not gluten-free and vegan. It's literally just a cake.
Yeah, it's just another this is just another pastry that you get to eat.
We got to know each other for the first time early on in the winter.
Yeah.
Hung out here in Montreal. Nice little catch-up. Good way to get to know each other.
Yeah. Well, I've been hearing about you for a few years now.
Likewise.
Yeah, so it was good to put a face to a name.
Definitely. And I've actually refrained from listening to your podcast with Yelena.
Oh, yeah?
Just to make sure this was as genuine as possible.
Right.
Shout out to Yelena, by the way, who did a great podcast, so I've heard,
Sir.
with Bradley. But I'm like, I was actually going to listen to it on the way up here. And I was like, nah, I'll listen to it after. Because I've had a few guests on who've been on podcasts before that I've listened to. And I always seem to want to gravitate asking the same questions.
I see.
Or maybe it kind of inspires certain questions. I'm like, okay, I want a kind of a clean slate.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Maybe we should start with your relationship with Montreal.
Yeah.
When did you move to Montreal?
When did I move to Montreal? It was in 2012 I moved here. But I've always had a relationship with Montreal. I've been coming up here ever since I was an infant.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Ottawa.
Okay.
So, not a big travel over here, but my family has some relatives buried up on Montreal. So we come here every year to show our respects and have a meal and do a Chinese tradition. And then it would be like a day trip. But I would always every single year I'd come up to Montreal. I'd be like, oh wow, this place is so cool.
Yeah.
Like, man, this place is so cool. Every single year, it's like sometimes we walk on St. Catharines, go to Just for Laughs. So when I got the chance to move here, I just jumped on it. I was just like, I gotta go.
And that was for school?
No, it was actually for training.
Okay.
Yeah, I was really into ballroom Latin dancing.
Okay.
At that point. And the best schools are here. So my dance teacher in Ottawa called up a dance school here and was like, hey, I have Bradley. Would you like him? And the teacher said, give me a minute. I got to think about it. I was like, what? And then, he accepted me. And so he started teaching me how to dance.
Okay.
It was great.
That's, I guess, fill everyone in who's listening or watching. Clearly by now you might have hinted at that Bradley is a dancer. When did you start dancing? I don't want to make that sound like a generic question.
No. It's I started kind of late. I seriously started dancing when I was 20. It started when I was like 17, 18.
So you never danced before that?
No, not really.
Okay.
I was a gymnast when I was younger, then I went into martial arts.
Okay.
I did a whole whack of different martial arts, and then I got into breakdancing. And I did that for a few years and realized how hard it is on my body. And I traveled after high school, and that's where I really fell in love with dance, when breakdancing. But something, I didn't fit within that culture for some reason, so I decided, okay, I'll try out Latin ballroom. And then I tried that for a few years, and I didn't really fit in with that culture either. So I was like, oh, maybe popping. I tried doing that for a bit, and then I went into contemporary dance here at Concordia University here in Montreal. And that's where I really found my niche of contemporary. Is like so crazy because you can do just absolutely whatever you want, however you want.
What kind of inspired you to make that initial jump into a different style of dance?
Well, I had always been jumping from different, whether it be from Muay Thai to Jiu-Jitsu or from Jiu-Jitsu to Wushu Kung Fu. I was always kind of looking, my entire life I've been looking for where do I fit in? I suppose now my niche is I'm creating a movement style, my own movement style. That's not breakdance, that's not Latin ballroom, that's not a martial art, that's not gymnastics. I'm taking everything that has been important to me and I'm putting it into how I move, and then I'm creating a program or a syllabus, you could say. And the style is called Break Even, and it's a style to aid contemporary dancers or anybody really in the practice of contact dance. So two humans, and we're in contact.
Yeah.
And how do we move together?
Okay.
And how do we move how we want to move as individuals, but also as a partnership.
Right.
We're not trying, I'm not trying to be one cohesive being, but I want to be able to show how two people can move uniquely as individuals, but together.
Amazing.
And how do you communicate that? And, yeah, what's the language that is built through touch rather than vocal?
What is that more like geared towards?
1, workshops. 2, stage performances that put the highlight on dancers and on the movement itself, rather than, a backup dancer supporting another artist, which is amazing, and it brings life to a show. Though dance itself is an art, so we have to have a medium that supports and an audience that supports that art form itself. So this is being worked into, I would say, a 50 to 60 minute long piece where it's just the dancers on stage and potentially a musician.
Okay.
But the musician is in the background.
Yeah.
And they're supporting the dancers.
Okay.
Rather than the other way around. I know for myself that it's important for me to create a culture that I feel a part of, that can involve everybody.
Okay.
That is of different races, of different sexual orientation, of pure openness, that is created in Canada by a Canadian who is not white, and who is not Chinese, but I am both of those things. But I'm not either one of them.
Okay.
In some crazy way, right?
Yeah.
I am a mixed race Canadian, and I wanted to figure out what that means. And there are no cultural dances for Canadians. Well, yes, we have the Native American dances, which are beautiful and everything. But we didn't assimilate with the natives, and we haven't allowed them to assimilate back into society now. So what is our culture now? And So that is my journey into finding what is my Canadian dance, derived from living in Canada for so long. So those implications are what kind of back my research and what I'm trying to achieve.
Yeah.
And it's something I'm very passionate about and something that has a lot of meaning to me.
Yeah.
And since it had a lot of meaning to me, I was able to write about it. And I was able to dissect the emotions and the ideas that were going through my head to be able to propose it to a council that is about to evaluate your worth as an artist.
Yeah, definitely.
If you're able just to write those ideas out bullet form, I did a lot of bullets of like, okay, and then drew maps of like how things work. And I was like, oh, I can connect this with this, and then I could write 200 words about that. Easy. Here's another 200 words. And it's funny, in the grant application process, when you put it all online, they say, oh, how long did this take you to write? And it goes like 1 to 2 hours, 2 to 4 hours, 4 to 6 hours. And then no other options. I was like, yo, this took me like
6 weeks.
3 weeks to write. I was like, and then I think they had another option that said like, or more. I was like, or more, easily.
Okay.
But it's like, this is what you're passionate about. It's like, one, it's also not hard writing because it's in you. It's in me. I just get to write all my ideas. And then, I guess the formatting is a bit different, but it's nothing to be scared of.
Where will I be able to see your progress and process of the work that you're currently working on for yourself?
Oh man, that's crazy.
Because you said you're not doing like a stage thing, or like as of right now, it's not like an end goal thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, do you have any plans to get a short film out, or like a photographer to come in? Like, how would I be able to like see it or experience it, or is that not something that you're hoping to put into the interwebs?
That's a very, very good question.
There's a bunch of different elements. Sorry. You can
no,
take your time to unpack it.
No, it's originally it's for personal, I don't want to say personal gain, but it's like, it has to be developed. It's like, it's the question of how developed do you need it to be to put it out. I do plan on filming every single rehearsal, so I'll have 200 plus hours of footage of this technique for research purposes, for analytics, pretty much. And then this research grant, to allow me to create that, then I will be able to apply for festivals and dance shows and theaters that will put me on and put on my dancers onto stage that will use this technique to create movement and to make art.
So it is a process.
It is a process. This is one stepping stone.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on today, man.
Thanks for having me.
And keep following those passions, because I'm feeling the passion. It's inspiring me, and I'm sure it's inspiring people listening or watching at home as well. Let's get out of here.
Let's do it.
Thanks again.
Thanks, man.
Let's go. See you guys in 2 days.